Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. Welcome to day 5 in my gentle yoga series, designed to cultivate deep and even breathing, to help with stress, anxiety, burnout, sleep issues, and even to help us cope with the daily irritations life throws at us. Not only will we feel more balanced and at ease after a practice like this, but those around us will benefit too. So let's get started. We'll need a block for today's practice. Let's go. We'll start seated today with our legs crossed. As always, you can sit on a cushion or a block if that feels more comfortable for you. Shoulders back and down. We'll inhale, bring our arms all the way up. Exhale, we'll bring our hands to our chest. And again, inhale, arms up, look up. Long, slow exhale to bring our hands all the way down. One more time. Close your eyes if that feels good. And release. And we'll breathe like that throughout the rest of our practice today. I'm going to turn now so you can see me in profile. And we're going to come to eagle arms. So we'll bring our right elbow on top of our left elbow with the backs of our hands together. If it feels good, you can bind your hands here. On our inhales, we lift our elbows up, look up, arching in our back. Exhale, we'll bring our elbows to our navel and our chin to our chest. And again, inhale, elbows up, look up. Exhale, chin to chest and squeezing our navel to our spine, elbows down. One more time, moving at your own pace here. And release. Give our hands a shake out before doing the same with the other side, bringing our left elbow on top of our right elbow, backs of our hands together, or you can bind your hands, whatever feels better for you. We'll inhale, look up, arching in our back. Exhale, elbows to our navel. And again, we'll repeat this 2 more times, moving at your own pace here. And release. We'll do some shoulder circles now. So we roll our shoulders up and forwards. Close your eyes if that feels good. Change direction. And release. We come to kneeling on our mat now, with our knees together. If that is not available to you, you can sit on a block between your feet, playing around with different orientations of the block and find the lowest orientation that works best for you. Play around with a few options. We'll inhale, arms up, come up, look up. Exhale, we give ourselves a hug, sit on our heels and bring our elbows to our thighs, forward to our mat. And again, we repeat this a few times, moving with our breath, making it a moving meditation. As always, move at your own pace here. Last one. And release. We'll come back to sitting cross-legged on our mat now. Shoulders back and down. We'll clasp our hands behind our back and move our arms away from our body, tucking our chin in very slightly here. We're opening across our chest and feeling our shoulders squeeze together at the back. Breathing deeply. Breathing like we just did in our Tibetan sun salutations. Shoulders remain down, away from our ears throughout. And release. We'll make our way to tabletop with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. In our tabletop, we're pushing our chest away from our mat here, so we're not collapsing. We're pushing into our hands, raising our chest as far away from our mat as we can. We'll inhale, drop our belly and raise our right heel to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll bring our knee to our nose. Inhale, look up, heel to the ceiling, dropping our belly. Exhale, knee to nose and squeezing our navel to our spine here. One more time. And release. Come back to tabletop. We'll drop our elbows in the exact position our hands are in now. We'll clasp our hands together, bring our hands to our mat and walk our knees back an inch or two. And we come into puppy pose by drawing our chest to our mat. You can rest your forehead on your mat here and we'll breathe deeply. With long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. We'll check in with our belly here and feel it rise and fall with every breath. So we're not chest breathing, we're breathing into our belly and we can feel it moving. If we get lost in thought, we'll return our attention to our breath. And release. We'll walk our knees back in and come back to tabletop to repeat our donkey kicks on the other side. We're checking in, our chest is away from our mat. We'll inhale, drop our belly, raise our left heel to the ceiling, look up. Exhale, bring your knee to our nose, squeezing our navel to our spine. And again, we'll repeat this 2 more times. And release. Bring your knee back to our mat. We'll walk our knees back an inch or two again and we'll lower down onto our belly for some Cobra flows. We're going to place our feet on the mat with our knees and our feet around hip distance apart here. Shoulders back and down and our shoulders are drawn away from our mat, opening across the chest area. Hands under our shoulders. We'll inhale, come up to Cobra. Exhale, we'll move our bum back to our feet and we'll make our way to Child's Pose. Inhale, we come forward again into Cobra, lowering our hips to our mat, shoulders down away from our ears. Exhale, moving our bum back to Child's Pose. 2 more times, moving with our breath. And release. Coming back to tabletop, we'll tuck our toes and we'll make our way to our down dog. We'll have a generous bend in our knees to start. And we're pushing into our hands, drawing our chest to our thighs and our tailbone to the ceiling. We'll walk our feet out now if that feels good. Breathing deeply before coming to stillness. On our next inhale, we'll bring our right knee to our right wrist and the sole of our right foot in under our left thigh. We'll lower our hips to our mat now, lowering your back leg towards the back of the mat if that feels good. And we have a few options here. We can stay up on our fingertips, or we can bring our elbows to our mat, or we can bring our forehead to the mat. Play around with different variations and find the one that works best for you. If this is too uncomfortable, too intense a hip stretch, you can do the seated swan variation. And we breathe deeply here, breathing like we do when we move with our breath. If we get lost in thought, we'll return our attention to our breath every time. Or you can bring your attention into your body, into this nice right hip stretch. You can change your position in the pose too. Play around with different options. Bringing our attention to our breath. And release. We come back up onto our hands and we'll come back to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll tuck our toes again and raise up into our down dog before bringing our left knee to our left wrist and the sole of our right foot in under our right thigh before lowering our right thigh to the mat, moving our right leg further down our mat if that feels good for you. Again, coming into the option that works best, up onto your fingertips, or you can come onto your forearms, or your forehead on your mat. When we're doing yoga at home, I think we always want to pick the most comfortable option, not the one that gives the most intense stretch. For me, yoga at home is about comfort and ease. And I think life is hard enough. We don't need to push ourselves or force ourselves at home. We want our yoga practice to feel like a nice warm hug to ourselves. So always go for the easiest option, I think. Today anyway. Again, I'll put an option for seated swan above. and do the option that works best for your body and you and your energy levels today. Breathing deeply. We close your eyes now, and again we'll make it a meditation by bringing our attention to our breath and paying attention to where our focus goes. If it goes into the future, we label it future, or the past, we label that past, and we come to this moment right now by focusing our attention on our breath or into our left hip, trying to release some more on our exhales. Breathing deeply and evenly here. Checking in with our belly again and feel it rise and deflate with every breath. And release. We come back to tabletop. We cross our feet behind us and we come to sit on our mat with our left leg extended. Actually, our right leg extended. I'm going to mirror this for you guys. And we'll bring our left foot into our right inner thigh. We're going to turn our body to the side of our mat. And inhale, we'll raise our left hand to the ceiling. And exhale, we'll stretch to the right. Our lower shoulder remains down away from our ear. We can bring our elbow to our thigh here, our shin, hold on to the big toes, or if it feels good, you can use your block or even a cushion or a couple of pillows and bring your forearm to rest here. And we breathe deeply here again paying attention to where our focus goes. And we'll be here right now by bringing our attention to our breath or into this nice side body stretch. Close your eyes if that feels good. If you need to take a break at any stage, you can come back up to center and work your way back into your stretch again. Any discomfort, just pull back a small bit. We're going for comfort with this practice. Checking in with our breath. And release, back up to center. We'll repeat the same on the other side. Extending our left leg now. Bringing our right foot to our left inner thigh. And turning our upper body to the side of our mat. We'll inhale and raise our right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll stretch to our left foot. Again, the option here to bring our elbow to our thigh, our shin, hold on to the toes, or hold on to your big toe, or the option to bring your forearm to rest on your mat or rest on your block. Whatever works for you. Dropping this shoulder down away from our ear. And we'll breathe deeply. Breathing long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Paying attention to our focus again. And we'll be here now. And release, back to center. We'll make our way to lying down on our mat now. I do this by bending my legs, holding onto my knees and rolling down, trying to go as slowly as I can, rolling down one vertebra at a time. We'll move our feet behind our bum, close enough so we raise up in our upper body. We can skim the backs of our heels with our fingertips and lower our upper body back down. We'll inhale and raise up to a bridge, raising our hips up. Exhale, we lower back down, one vertebrae at a time, really slowly. And again, we'll repeat this flow 2 more times. And release. We'll walk our feet out as wide as our mat now. And we're going to move with our breath again for a last stretch. So we can carry our deep breathing with us throughout the rest of our day today. We'll inhale and drop our knees over to the left-hand side of our mat. Exhale, we'll draw our knees over to the right side of our mat. And again, inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. And we repeat this a few more times and moving at your own pace here. And release. We'll hug our knees into our chest now. And we'll rock from side to side if that feels good. We'll inhale vitality and energy, feeling our belly fill up with air. Exhale, letting go of any stress and tension in our body. And again, inhale vitality and energy. Exhale, letting go of stress and tension. And release. We'll bring our feet back to our mat and we'll roll to one side before putting ourselves back up to sitting. I hope you enjoyed day 5 and you'll join me again for day 6. Please consider subscribing to my channel at Ciara's Home Yoga. Thank you for practicing with me today. And take care and bye.